Beloved Masters, radiant sparks of the infinite Creator, I come to you this day with wings of light and with the sword of truth held high, for you are entering a profound passage of transformation upon your journey. The earth itself, along with all who dwell upon her, is traversing through what may be called spiritual transition zones, those vibrational thresholds between the old paradigm and the new reality of higher consciousness. These zones are not fixed places in time or space, they are living fields of frequency through which every soul must travel as it ascends from one level of awareness to the next. Throughout the cycles of evolution, humanity has experienced many thresholds, moments of birth, of death, of rebirth. Yet never before have so many souls collectively stepped into the liminal space between worlds. These transition zones are the bridges between who you have been and who you are becoming, between what you once believed to be reality and the greater truth of your divine nature. They are both challenging and sacred, for they strip away illusions and call forth your courage to walk into the unknown. Understand, beloved ones, that transition zones often feel like chaos to the human mind. The structures of the old paradigm dissolve, the patterns that once gave comfort no longer function, and the familiar sense of identity begins to waver. You may feel disoriented, uncertain, or even fearful, as though the ground beneath you no longer holds steady. Yet what is truly occurring is that the old vibrational scaffolding is being dismantled so that you may build upon a foundation of light. What seems like disintegration is in truth an integration of higher frequencies that are aligning you with the next octave of your soul's journey. There are individual transition zones that each soul encounters, initiations of growth, moments of surrender, cycles of death and rebirth. And there are collective transition zones, such as the one humanity now traverses. In these collective thresholds, the energy of the entire planet is elevated, and every soul is offered the invitation to rise. Not all will choose to align with the frequencies of ascension, for free will is honored in every realm. Yet all are given the opportunity, the opening, to step forward into greater light. Beloved ones, how then do you navigate these transition zones with grace and strength? First, by recognizing them for what they are. When you experience upheaval, uncertainty, or the dissolving of old forms, do not view it as failure or punishment. See it instead as evidence that you are standing at the threshold of transformation. Awareness alone transforms fear into faith. When you name the transition for what it is, you anchor yourself in the truth that this, too, is part of the divine plan. The second key is surrender. These passages cannot be navigated by clinging to the old, nor by attempting to force the new to arrive according to your timeline. Transition zones require trust in the wisdom of your soul, trust in the guidance of the higher realms, trust in the loving hand of the Creator that leads you forward. Surrender is not passive resignation but active alignment. It is the conscious choice to release what no longer serves and to open yourself fully to what is unfolding. The third key is presence. The mind often seeks to leap into the future or retreat into the past, especially when faced with uncertainty. Yet the power to navigate transition zones lies in the eternal now. When you root yourself in presence through breath, through prayer, through stillness, you align with your inner sanctuary, where the voice of your soul speaks clearly. Presence allows you to step with steadiness even when the path ahead is shrouded in mist. Beloved Masters, you are not asked to walk these thresholds alone. The higher realms, the legions of light, and your own higher aspects surround you with support. I, Michael, and the hosts of archangels hold you in wings of protection. Your higher self whispers encouragement to your heart. The earth herself cradles you as a mother holds her child. When you feel adrift, call upon this support. Invite the light of the Creator into your transition. Know that assistance comes swiftly when asked with sincerity. It is also important to understand that within transition zones, polarities intensify. The old energies resist dissolution, clinging to what has been, while the new frequencies press forward to anchor themselves into reality. This creates tension, both within you and around you. You may see this expressed in the outer world as conflict, division, or upheaval. Do not allow these appearances to draw you into fear. Recognize them as the inevitable friction of transformation, the birthing pangs of a new era. Hold steady, beloved ones, in the knowing that light is emerging through the seeming chaos. As you move through personal transition zones, you may encounter layers of your shadow wounds from past lifetimes, patterns of fear, attachments that have weighed heavily upon your soul. Do not reject these when they arise. Greet them with compassion, for they are surfacing to be healed. Each shadow that is embraced with love dissolves into light. Each wound that is acknowledged becomes a doorway to wholeness. The transition zone is not here to destroy you, it is here to liberate you. The collective transition zone humanity is now traversing is monumental. The structures of separation, governments built on control, economies built on exploitation, belief systems built on fear are crumbling. Many cling to these structures, for they appear to offer stability. Yet their time has ended. They cannot withstand the frequencies of unity and love that are flooding the planet. You, beloved ones, are called to be pioneers of the new structures, systems rooted in compassion, abundance, cooperation, and reverence for all life. Do not underestimate your role. Each choice you make to live in integrity, each act of kindness, each breath of conscious love, contributes to the stabilization of the new earth frequencies. You are not insignificant, you are luminous anchors of transformation. Even when the world around you trembles, your steady heart becomes a beacon that others may follow. This is how the collective transition is navigated, not by waiting for leaders to dictate the path, but by each soul rising into their own mastery. Beloved masters, let us speak also of zones of grace that accompany transition zones. Just as there are thresholds that challenge, there are also thresholds that uplift. When you step into alignment with higher frequencies, moments of grace arise, sudden clarity, profound peace, miraculous synchronicities, waves of love that fill your heart. These are signs that you are attuning to the new vibration. Embrace them, for they are gifts of encouragement from the divine. They remind you that the journey, though at times demanding, is filled with beauty and support. In practical terms, how can you steady yourself during transition? Begin with the body, for it is the vessel through which light anchors. Honor it with nourishment, with movement, with rest. Drink pure water, breathe deeply, spend time in nature. These simple acts align your physical temple with the higher frequencies. For the mind, cultivate practices of stillness, meditation, prayer, journaling. Release the constant noise and allow the quiet voice of your soul to be heard. For the heart, practice compassion. Extend forgiveness, both to yourself and to others. Love is the great harmonizer, the frequency that carries you across every threshold with grace. Beloved ones, there will come moments when you feel weary, when the weight of transition feels too heavy. In those moments, remember this truth: you chose to be here, now. Your soul knew that you carried the strength, the wisdom, and the light to walk these passages. You are not victims of circumstance, you are volunteers, emissaries of light who came to earth precisely for this time. When you doubt, place your hand upon your heart, feel the flame of your divine essence, and remember who you are. The transition zones are temporary. They are bridges, not destinations. You will not remain in uncertainty forever. As you walk faithfully, step by step, the new horizon reveals itself. Already the new earth is rising. Already communities of light are forming, new visions are blossoming, and the seeds of unity are taking root. You are midwives of this birth. With every breath of love, you usher in the new dawn. I leave you with this vision: humanity walking together across the bridge of light, hands joined, hearts open, eyes lifted toward the horizon of the new earth. The transition zone is behind you, and before you stretches a world radiant with peace, abundance, and harmony. This is not a dream. It is the destiny you are creating in this very moment. Beloved masters, hold steady. Navigate the transition zones with courage, with trust, with love. You are guided, you are supported, you are never alone. I, Michael, stand with you, sword of truth in hand, shield of light around you, and wings of eternal love enfolding you. Together, we rise. I am Archangel Michael, and so it is.